internet. Now, it's quite early in the morning actually for me. It's 9:20, which is really early in the morning for me, but there's a reason for this, because apparently, according to our weather, it's going to be a nice day today, and today is going to be the only day. It is all last week it rained, and apparently all next week it's going to rain as well. So I thought, right, okay, as you can see there's a few clouds, but it's not too bad and it's not too cold. So we're going to have a ride to a place called Châtelaudren. I'll get it right in a minute. Châtelaudren. Now, to speed it up a bit, I'm going to go up the sort of, not a motorway, but a sort of a, you know, a big dual carriageway, N roads they call them in France, which is pretty damn boring. So I'm going to turn you off until I come off that, and then we'll put you back on to the approach that we go down. And yeah, hopefully the weather will hold, and I'll see you when we all get there. Hopefully it won't rain, although I don't like the look of this. Okay, I'll catch you in a bit. Stay with me. Okay, so we're nearly at the end of this this long road, this sort of motorway dual carriageway thing. Like I say, not what you call an interesting ride this way, but never mind. Okay, so we're going to come off here. Well, so far the weather has been quite kind to us, eh? Oh, now there's a cat. Did you see that? There's a cat there, just I don't know whether the GoPro picked that up, but there was a cat there just sat on the side of the road. Still, okay, back to the job in hand. So basically, since the bike had its service, this is really the first time that I've sort of took it out, and of course this is the first time I've actually ridden it since changing the air filter and putting in the iridium plug. Now, do I notice a huge difference? Has it thrown me back in the saddle? No, it hasn't. But I've got to be honest, it is a little bit more responsive on the throttle and a bit smoother. I mean, at the end of the day, for an engine to get more air, it certainly can't do it any harm. So, you know, I'm still pleased that I did it. I think it was for the best. So yeah, I'm pleased with the way it's running. I mean, it's got to do over 1,000 kilometers, you know, before it gets really running and gets itself sorted out. And you know, I've only done 6,500, so you know, there's plenty of time to get it all done. But okay, we shall see what we shall see. But it's running nice, you know, it's running nice and smooth, and I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what I wanted it to do. Okay, well, so far the weather's been nice. I mean, it's sunny. I know I can say it's cold, but you know, for me, unless we're up in the mid-20s knocking on 30 degrees, I'm cold. No, to be fair, it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. Right, so I hope everyone's well. I know it's been pretty bad weather all over the place really, hasn't it? Especially, like, you know, top end of France where I am, and over in the UK. I mean, the UK even had snow, didn't it? So, you know, not good at all really. it's a strange, I mean, these seasons, what's going on with the world, eh? It just seems to be getting worse in this day and age, it really does. I remember when I first came over to France, which was nearly 18 years ago now. I mean, my daughter's birthday is on the 1st of March. And we used to have barbecues outside, you know, on the 1st of March for her birthday. Outside, we'd be in shorts and t-shirts. You wouldn't do that no more. Jesus, I'd be wrapped up in... I dread to think, but trust me, I wouldn't be outside in shorts and t-shirts. But still, never mind, eh? It's going to be... every year I just long, you know, for the sun to come out and the weather to get better, and it just makes life so nice. It really does. So, people that follow Itchy Boots, eh? What a lady she is, eh? Nora Lee. I mean, Morocco, a place I've always wanted, I've said this before, I've always wanted to do a bike trip through Morocco and the Atlas Mountains, and I don't suppose I ever will, but you know, she really does. What a courageous lady, eh? She gets stuck in and it's just brilliant to go along with it, it really is. Anyway, back to me. As much as I love Nora Lee, back to me. Back to my little road trip today, eh? So Châteaulin, a town in Finisterre. Its industry is salmon, to be honest, tinning and you know, processing salmon, and also it used to be quite a big administrative centre for the Finisterre area, but of course in this day and age, dearie me, everything is going over to online, isn't it? You know, you can do anything online these days, can't you? Let's face it, you know, which of course these big, I mean, I know government offices, you know, they're all trying to cut the money down and save money, and I sort of get that. So yeah, but it's a lovely little town, which we'll see in a minute when we get there. A lot of push bikes out today, and fair enough, as we all know, France loves its push bikes, it really does, and why not? Keeps everybody fit. Right, now that down there, that water that you can see down there, that is actually the Brest to Nantes canal, and of course it starts way up in Brest and goes all the way to Nantes, and it is tidal parts of it, well, this part anyway, but it's a big take with the holiday makers, because lots of people come over and they literally ride the Brest to Nantes canal on the push bikes. I mean, it's really famous for it. There's some beautiful scenery on the way down, but a lot of them actually start it from here. They actually start it from Châteaulin. They you know, they park up here, and this is where they sort of start their journey from, which is, you know, why not? As good a place to start with. It's not quite this, the bit before the Brest bit coming down to here isn't that nice, whereas this is, you know, this is where it gets nice. So we're going to have a little ride down this bit. Like I said, in the summer, you know, in the summer, this is a big attraction, and this place gets absolutely chock-a-block, as you can imagine, especially, and cyclists, you know, loads of cyclists, because like I said, being the Brest to Nantes canal. So what we're going to do is we're going to ride down this side, and then we're just going to go over there, over the other side. Nothing like going over the old cobblestones to shake you up a bit, eh? Yeah, let's have a look. We'll have a little ride down there, I think. See what this gentleman's going first. There you go. Now, if I remember rightly, there's a little pull-in place down there where we can like to be somewhere or stop somewhere where it's a bit nice and sunny. Now, in actual fact, mind you, this has changed a lot. I haven't been here for some time, but this has definitely changed a bit here. A little ride up this way here. Actually, I think what we might do, because I think what I want to do is we want to get on the other side of this, and I think it'll be a lot better if and when we do. So, you know what? We're actually going to swing this round here. Right. Like that. Easy does it, eh? Okay. What we're going to do, we're going to go out the other way, I think, of this. If I remember rightly, in fact we will. I'm going to say it's nice. There's so many of these little French towns. I mean, look at that. That looks really nice, doesn't it? I'm just trying to get my bearings here. To which side we're on, actually? Hang on, let's just have a look. If we go back up here, because right, okay. What we're going to do is this bit here is actually Châteaulin. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to ride straight up here a bit, and if I remember rightly, and I'm sure that this takes us to a place called Châtelaudren, and that's basically, it's in fishing there. Look, apparently the fishing in here, because it is tidal, you cop some nice fish in it. Anyway, right, Châtelaudren, which is up here, which is where we're going to go, and that's basically where they start this ride, the Brest to Nantes Canal ride, where a lot of them park up. Excuse me, and that's where they start their little trip. Right, hang on a sec. That's right, because that's Leclerc's across there, or the back of it. Excuse me, I'm coughing quite nicely here. It must be all this cold air that's gone straight down the throat. Okay. Nice place to live. So there you go, see Châtelaudren. Now if I remember rightly, there's like a big square where you can park up here, which we will, and give me a chance to get off the bike. Probably have a good cough when the camera's turned off. You know when you get, you always get this tickle in the throat. You think, oh my god. You know, shall I talk? Because you know what, if I talk I'm going to cough even more. Right, now obviously, you know, Châtelaudren sort of gives it away a bit. So there's a few boats they keep here. Okie dokie. Now I'm just trying to think where this little car park is here. Somewhere around here, but yeah, you know what, I think I'm going to do one of our famous turn it round again here. And I know I said wanted some, but do you know what? You can't always have the right thing, can you? No. Okay. So I'm going to turn this camera off for a minute, and I'm going to get off the bike, stretch my legs, have a cough, and we'll have a look at the other camera and see what's what, shall we? Okay, so here we have Châteaulin. I always call it Châteaulin, it's the way it's spelt, but yeah, Châteaulin. Let's have a little look round, shall we? We moved from the last location due to the fact it was right by the déchetterie, which I should have realised when I stopped. There's a little weir down there. I don't know how well you can pick that up, but what a lovely little town this is, eh? It sort of does everything here. Boating, you see them there fishing down there. It's just nice. It's just a nice place. Have a pan round, eh? And we are blessed at the moment with a decent weather, thank God. So there you go, there you have it, eh? Isn't it funny how they sort of dot the houses in between the, you know, the bits of industrial as well, and there's a little bar across there, and like I said, if we swing it all the way around here, there's the old bike. Hey, looking as good as ever, still, never mind. Okay, so there you go. A little look round Châtelaudren. Okay, so I just turn you around now so I can say hi to you all. So the ride home, we'll go. I'll have the camera on part way back. I'm going to go back a slightly different way to the way that I come. And yeah, okay. So we'll get it all, wrap it all up now, put all the cameras away, swap it all over, and off we go. Stay with me, I'll catch you in a bit, eh? Right, okay, so we're going to go a little look at Châtelaudren. Getting a bit more busier now. That's my phone you can hear ringing, but I'm not going to take everything off just to see. Well, I know it is. Right, okie dokie. Now I'm just trying to think the best way that we can go back and have a bit of a scenic ride. So, and in actual fact, to do that we sort of need to turn it round and go back the opposite way to what we're heading now, which we will do in a minute. But a lot of people fishing today. I've come here quite a few times, but I've got to be honest, I've never seen so many people fish here. Right, there we go. So a last look at the canal, and as you can see, it's a few more people turned up now. I can hear the siren somewhere. Oh, there it is, coming across the bridge. Coming our way. And we'll give him plenty of room. Not that I'm going to get in his way anyway, but there's one thing that I've actually noticed in this country is that ambulances and fire engines, people tend to, they just don't seem to get out of the way, you know. I mean, when I lived in the UK, you know, if you heard a siren, you would, you know, you would get out of the way, you know. It's courtesy, you know, to sort of to remove yourself and let them through, because one day it just could be you in there, you know. This is a strange turn in this. Nobody ever seems to know whose right away it is, but anyway, we've just gone through it, so there you go. That's really all that matters. Right, so hasn't the weather been very kind, eh? It really has. And it's not too cold at all. It was a bit nippy riding up this morning, but there again, on those main roads, that is the only trouble with them, you know. I don't know, because you know, you go a bit quicker, and you know, the sort of wind sort of hits you, and I don't know, you get cold and horrible, and I'm not into all that. I'm really not. Don't like it one bit, as everybody, I think, by now who follows me rightly knows. I'm a bit of a wimp. Bit of a wimp when it comes. My excuse, right? My excuse is that I take blood thinners every morning, and if you take blood thinners, it's sure to make you feel the cold. That's my theory, and that's what I'm sticking to. It certainly is, and it'll do for me. It really will. Right. So the bike, again, really pleased how it's run. I really am. It's just, you know, it's it feels nice and responsive, and you know, that's the main thing of it all, isn't it, eh? So I don't know whether it's the mileage that's or the kilometres, let's get it right, that it's gaining and the engine is, you know, freeing up, or whether in fact it's the plug and the filter. I don't know, you know, who am I to say? Either way, whichever way, I enjoy riding this bike, I really do, you know. So, and as long as it keeps going like that, that's fine. It's alright. I was just looking to see if that there was a, you know, these fuel gauges, I'm not too sure how accurate they actually are, but I sort of, when I left the house I was on half a tank, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, just took a nosedive down. Now, okay, you know, I don't know what the actual mileage is that I've done. I don't know, but I could say mileage, but in kilometres. For God's sake, man, how many years have you lived across here? Right, but yeah, so the fuel gauge just seems to take, once it seems to get past that halfway, it just seems to take a huge nosedive down, you know. And yeah, which is always quite worrying. I mean, I have got a wallet with me, and if needs be, which needs may be, I'm just trying to think where there's a fuel station around here on a Sunday. Anyway, okay, let's just enjoy the ride for now, shall we? The worst comes to the worst, I can phone the wife. Bring some fuel out, my darling. Hey, now look at this. Who says that these Himalayans, I mean, you know, this is up an hill. I mean, come on, let's be fair. We're going up an hill and we are rocking up this hill, eh? Yeah. I mean, it didn't come, I came up this hill a few months ago, and he didn't get up this hill. I mean, he is getting up here. I mean, you know, look at this. This is up, you know, I mean, this is coming up here great. I can't knock this. I don't think anybody could knock this, you know. Like I said, these bikes, they do get unfair criticism, I think, you know, I really do. I mean, that came up there lovely, no problem whatsoever, you know. I'm well happy with that. I'm not the lightest thing on the planet, me, I'm really not, you know. I'm not, and it pulled me up there really nice. I don't have any problem with that whatsoever, you know. And like I said, we've only done 680 kilometers it's on now, so, you know, until it's done 1,000, 1,500, that engine isn't going to be properly worn in, so it'll do for me. It'll get me and the tent and the camping equipment, I think, nicely to where I want to go. You know, I mean, I know it's going to have a bit more weight on, but yeah, I think these bikes do a great job, I really do. When you're actually riding in the sunny bits, it's not too bad, you know. There's I won't say it, the warmth is penetrating through the coat, but it's not too bad. But when you get to this bit, which I've just come through, you know, you can, well, I can certainly feel the chill, but I'm a wimp, so I accept the fact. I'm so much looking forward to when we get the nice weather here and you can just, you know, just go out and you haven't got to have big coats on and thick gloves on and God knows what else. Your ladies' tights on, which I've got on again today, by the way, if anyone's interested, but I don't care, you know. At least my legs are warm, because I'm not into all this thick trousers and, you know, and all. I like riding in jeans, I do, you know, that's me, what I prefer to do. And, you know, I just so jeans with the ladies' tights underneath, sorted. It really is. Okay, so back to the job in hand. Petrol station. Now, of course, I could put the tripper on and I'm sure it would find me one, which it probably would. Whether it would be open or not, of course, is a different kettle of fish altogether. There. I'm just trying to think if there's one in this little town that we're coming to here, because, like I said, it's how reliable this fuel gauge is, you know. Is it telling me the truth or not? That's the question. I think there is actually a garage down here, but again, I think this is one of the little privately owned garages, and the chance of it being open today and the chance of it having a card machine with it, which most of them in France do tend to have, but I don't think this is going to have one. I mean, if you want to get some bread on a Sunday, the old boulangeries, they open up Sundays always, so you can go out any Sunday morning and get yourself some bread. But if you want some petrol, well, that's not always the case. And like I said, there used to be, and I think there still is, this place here, but I don't think for 1 minute. I'm just going to pull in here because but I don't think this. Well, I'm not too sure about that one. It probably does take cards, but you know what? Knowing my luck, I'll never get my card back. Okay, so we will risk it for the Swisskit, as the TV advert used to say years ago. I wonder if I still do them things. Anyway, well, it's not too far. I'm just trying to think. There is another petrol station which is like en route, which isn't a million miles away, to be honest. So yeah, we'll sort of go there, and we should be okay, I'm thinking. Oh, look at this here, eh? Poor badger. Do you know what? Over the last few weeks, there's been, I don't know what it is. Are they just coming out? Do badgers hibernate? Do they hibernate? I don't know. And if so, are they coming out of hibernation and they're not quite alert and with it yet? I'm not too sure. Whatever it is, unfortunately, you know, I've seen a lot of badgers, and yeah, it's a shame because wildlife, you know, wildlife, it's, you know, they were there long before the roads, long before us, and it's a shame, you know what I mean? It really is. I mean, okay, let's have a quick look at this. We're doing 4,000 revs and we're doing nearly 90 kilometers an hour. So do you know what? I mean, that's a big difference to what it used to do. You know, I mean, it really is, and it's sort of smooth, nice. You know, I mean, it is. It's, you know, this is running. I don't know how anybody can knock these bikes. You know, okay. I'm not going to twist the throttle, and I'm not going to be up on the back wheel popping a wheelie. Not that I do that anyway. You know, God forbid if I ever got up there, I'd probably never get back down. And if I did, it wouldn't be the way that I wanted to get down. Anyway. So yeah, Royal Enfield. You know, to me, I think you do a brilliant job. I really do. And I think as long as you go into these bikes with your eyes open and you know what you're going to get and you do your research, then I can't see the problem. I think maybe some people, I don't know, they go, oh yeah, you know, I'm going to have one of these, and you get on it. I mean, you know, it's like me. I came from a 650 Suzuki V-Strom to this, and there's no comparison really, you know. They're two totally different bikes, speed wise, you know. I mean, it's just they're different bikes, so there's no point me owning this then and then saying, whoa, you know, this is slow, I don't think that I like this too much, you know. But it's, I don't know, I don't care. I love it. I think it's great. I really do. I like this bike. You know, I'm so glad that I bought it. I really am. I should get some sponsorship from Royal Enfield. But there's enough of us out there, you know, there's enough of us on YouTube that own these bikes, and you know, I think we all give our opinion and what we think about them, and yeah, and rightly so. What's the time? It is, it's just gone 10 to 11, eh? 10 to 11 and I'm on my way back. For me, on a Sunday morning, that's pretty damn good. I'm not a stay in bed person, don't get me wrong, I'm not, nowhere near it. I like to get up, you know, and I like to get out. But yeah, to be out at the time that I was, at this time of the year, it's pretty damn unheard of, but hey ho. So I'm just looking at this fuel gauge, which is well, it's on the red. Well, no, it's, well, you know, it's on the bottom basically. I don't know how close you can see, but there you go. What I should have done, thinking about it, the bloody, these manholes, well they're not, yeah they are, aren't they? You know, sewer things and God knows what else, bumping and banging. Oh God, who put that there? See, now that's it, innit? That's my own fault for, I get carried away, talking away, and I don't pay attention. Yeah, I mean, I'm not riding around not looking where I'm going before anybody says anything, because I am, but I certainly wasn't looking that far ahead to get that. Okay. Now there's a thing you don't see too often, the church. Well, obviously you see the church, but a lot of the churches in this day and age, they don't actually do anything, you know. They don't a lot of that, mind you, this village where we are now, this is a bit bigger, so yeah, I suppose that it would. But a lot of the little villages, because you find in France every village has a church. I mean, our village has a church, well not the little bit that I live in, but we come under the main village. We're just outside the main village, which is a small village, and it has a church. But I don't know, I think maybe it does something like once a month, I think, if that. I don't know, you know. I mean, they've got to add everything up these days, haven't they? You know, the cost of doing the services, you know, I mean, it's just expensive, I suppose, you know. I'm not a religious person, I'm really not, you know. I don't agree with it, I don't disagree with it, I'm totally biased, you know. Everyone to their own, and that's the way it should be. But I sort of, you know, it must, I'm not too sure how the church organisation runs here, but it must cost a fortune to sort of maintain a lot of these churches and that sort of thing. I mean, you know, it must have, I would think, it can't be cheap, but still, well, we've certainly been extremely lucky with the rain today. I mean, the weather has been absolutely awful prior to this, you know. I mean, it really has. It's been really bad, and the forecast changed literally yesterday afternoon. I mean, it was raining all day yesterday, and then yesterday afternoon the forecast for today changed to this, you know, sunny intervals but no rain. I thought to myself, surely not, you know, because I mean, like I said, it was just rain yesterday. And then I got up this morning and I looked at it and I thought, you know what, maybe they're right. So considering that the rest of the week and into next week, so they say, is going to be exactly the same, I thought, we've got to get out there, you know, got to get the bike out, got to get a ride on it, you know, got to keep my followers happy. That's what it's all about, yeah. I'd like, you know, I'd love to see this channel grow. I really would. It's something that I started, you know, I don't know why I started it. Why did I start? I don't know. I started it firstly just with the drones, you know, just with me putting the drones on, and you know, I got the Transalp, and then I got this, and I thought, you know, like a new venture all the way around. So, and it's slowly picking up, you know, you pick up a couple of new subscribers each week or whatever, you know, and it's just nice. It's nice to be able to share things with people, you know, and maybe play a little part in the, you know, in their life, and they sort of see what I'm doing, and yeah, you know, I think it's really cool. I really do, you know, and it's just good. I really don't trust this fuel gauge. Oh dear. It's my own fault really. If you don't trust the fuel gauge, the simplest thing to do is keep it top right up. You know, I should have really whacked some fuel in this morning before I left, and then that way, you know, you've got plenty to go. But still, eh? Well, we're not far off from a lovely view just down here, and when we do, then I'm going to end the video at that point, which I think would be a nice point to end the video anyway. Do you know, you do actually can actually feel a bit of warmth from that sun, you know, which is just proves to show that we are heading, thank God, in the right direction of getting a bit of spring sun, huh? I mean, let's face it, Easter's only just round the corner, so yeah, you know. God, what a lovely thought, eh? Tossing my hair over my shoulder and riding free to the wind, eh? Yes, I know, I got no hair before anybody gives me a comment. See, now that's another thing, keep these comments coming, eh? Let's have the comments. He says, hopefully. I swear there's a few more bumps here. Yep, there we go. France, the land of speed bumps. Oh, right now it's a land of discontent, eh? Mr. Macron, not the most popular president in the world. Oh, I don't know. All this because they want to raise the retirement age to, what is it? Is it 60? Oh, good blood! Hey, nice bit of roadworks here, lads. Eh? They want to raise the retirement age to 64. I think they want to raise it to. It's 62 now. I'm okay. I'm retired. I retired a few years ago when I hit 62. And but yeah, I mean, I sort of get it. But you know, you can sit back and you can see both sides of the coin, can't you? You know, we you know, the human race is living longer. Modern medicine, and you know, our standards of living, and so, you know, on average we're living longer. So and governments, you know, paying the pensions out and all that. But of course you got to look at the other side of the coin. People want to retire, people want to have a retirement, they want to get out there, they want to do things, you know. I mean, we are living longer, so we want to do something with our lives, you know. I mean, I'm nearly 66 now, and I think back to like when I was a youngster, and people of my age, well, there was a lot of them were lucky if they even made it to retirement age. God forbid, it was terrible, you know. But you know, I mean, I'm just a lad now. I'm just a young'un compared to most of them, you know. Although some mornings my body tells me totally different. It just says I'm an old git who's creaking and croning. Hey, still, I blame it on the cold weather. That's where I blame it on. Me poor old bones. In the summer, I'm a hey, I'm like a changed person. I am. Still. Can I sneak in past there? Yeah, of course I can. There you go, sorted. Not too bad at all. Look at that. Oops, said Isaac, I'll just, and fair play to you, mate. You stop there and have a look at that lot, and I don't blame you one little bit. Look at that, hey, what a lovely view. I can you see it. I am riding with my neck twisted, so I can't keep it up too much. But I was actually going to speed bumps are us. Look at that, it's gorgeous, isn't it, eh? Okay, right. The sea looks quite peaceful today. I was down the other couple of days ago and it was quite waves, and you know, because we strong winds and the weather was absolutely awful. But yeah, it's calmed down really quick, which is good. Yeah, that was a nice bit of cut up. Okay, we're just going to turn up here. The local fire station. It's quite funny really. They built the fire station and then they built the post office there. Well, you know, the sorting office. They built in the same time, and a couple of months later the post office caught fire. Sorry, I know I shouldn't laugh, but it was what a place to build it. I mean, right next door. They didn't have to go. In fact, I think they just pulled the hoses out, eh? You know, no need to send the fire trucks out, just reel the hoses out. Sorry, I shouldn't have such a stupid sense of humour, should I? I do apologise. It's not funny. It's not at all. Right, okay. So, just up here is a fuel station, and it's a, well, it ain't open, but it's a cardy thing, so that should help and sort that out. So I'm going to pull up just before we go into the fuel station, and I'm going to end this video, and hopefully you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, so take care, and stay safe, ride safe, who's ever doing what. If you're riding, if you're driving, keep yourself happy, keep yourself lucky. And I will catch you on the next video.